Greetings from Sodha.Online, your second engine of business growth. We take this opportunity to introduce our core profession as management consultants with focus in bringing in bottom-line productivity improvements. Our services comprise holistic solutions with in-depth understanding of your corporate goal for profit and goodwill. We would be willing to offer our services to your organization and be partner in your success in this new economy. We are confident on making a smallest to the largest company utilize their existing operational system more effectively without making any capital investment in the first place. With this, we look forward to being associated with you for productivity and a valuable relationship in the time to come. Thank you in anticipation. Presenting Sodha.Online's integrated approach to business development management. Your partner for success in new economy. Perceived challenges. External problems. Loss of business. Fall in net earning. Fear of compliances. Big players may capture your business. Internal issues like small size, limited market, low brand visibility, poor talent pooling, capital shortage, unsystematic business processes, unorganized supplier or customer base, unviable business. Bird eye view versus fish eye view of many organization. View of top management. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. View at bottom. Compliance risk is not a game of cards. Environment. 1 owner level. Ownership structure and management type. Succession planning. 2 business level. Viability analysis. Aligned business model. Growth plan. 3 strategic level. Business diversification. Next level of business growth. 4 government. Transaction history captured. Integrated surveillance in place. Offenders to be caught. Way to transform. 1. Have Sodha.Online on advisory board for strategic direction. 2. Prepare business plan for short and long term. 3. Focus on technology and new business vista. 4. Identify talent gap to bridge by training. 5. Strengthen your backend infrastructure. 6. Focus on improving returns. 7. Unlock value of idle assets. 8. Credit rating improvement. 9. Capital raising. And, not the least, strategic thinking on enhancing business valuation. Rely on Sodha.Online. Fruits of transformation. Foremost, you gain strong management and team. 2. Good corporate governance. 3. Long-term business visibility and scalability. 4. Easier and cheaper fundraising. 5. Attractive to investors and VC. 6. Achieved eligibility for listing. 7. And a possibility for bigger pie. With this, you are ready for global expansion through strategic alliance. Sodha.Online is with you. Modus operandi of Sodha.Online. First step is preparation. Activity. Our team from Sodha.Online works with executives to accomplish the following. 1. Agreeing the scope and objectives of the engagement. 2. Establish the need or in general for customer assessment, visioning and macro re-engineering. 3. Agreeing assessment questionnaire and materials. 4. Defining criteria for selection of facilitators. And 5. Specifying client roadmap. With above activity, outcome is agreed objectives, assessment materials and a roadmap. Facilitator is selected. Step 2. Awareness. For this activity, Sodha.Online conducts an awareness session with executives and facilitators so that 1. Senior management comprehension of the process. 2. Risk and responsibility understood. 3. Initial perception questionnaire completed. With above activity, outcome and will be ownership of need by executive. Step 3. Organization assessment. Activity. Sodha.Online conduct interview with executives and facilitator and focus meetings with selected group 2. 1. Identify service and culture issues. 2. Identify status of communication, teamwork and customer focus. 3. Identify opportunities for and barriers to success. And 4. Estimate financial level of waste. The resulting outcome. Key factors of planning identified. Step 4. Customer assessment. Activity. Sodha.Online and client management or key staff define the company's perception, experience and future needs and wants using the following techniques. 1. Customer surveys. 2. Customer focused groups and interviews. 3. Benchmarking. And 4. Analysis of complaints, customer feedback and competitive performance. So, outcome will be a strong customer orientation prior to planning. Step 5. Visioning. Activity. Sodha.Online facilitate executive and senior management visioning workshop to define 1. The organization's vision, mission and supporting principles and values. 2. Customer-oriented service breakthroughs. 3. Key process performance indicators. And 4. Impact on staff, personnel policies and compensation and operating structure and processes. Outcome results in strategic objectives. Step 6. Improvement plan. Activity for this. Sodha.Online transfers surplus knowledge to facilitators and assist in development of the client's unique plan for implementation. 1. Joint meeting or workshop as planned. 2. Subsequent detailed plan worked up. 3. Definition and recommended selection of macro and micro issues. And not least, definition of educational and other resource requirement. Thus, outcome will be a complete surplus plan.
Moving to stage 2. Time to execute the SO plan. Step 7. Executive commitment. For this activity, Sodha.Online and facilitators or management present findings of the assessment and SO plus plan to executives. 1. A joint session. 2. Executives consider, amend, authorize and commit to plan. 3. Steering committee is formed and finally process sponsors, champions and key teams appointed. The outcome of this will be total comprehension and commitment. Moving further to step 8. Education and training development. Activity here. Sodha.Online and relevant facilitators tailor ISO or other educational materials and improvement tools to meet clients' plan requirements. 1. Facilitator meeting with development material on cloud, webinar etc. 2. Client production of educational materials. 3. 1 month period of team practice and development of personal examples. And with this, Sodha.Online continuing assessment and advice. So, outcome will be that all educational and training requirements provided with experienced instructors. Step 9. Work group education and executive support. Activity. Supervisors led natural work groups in understanding their work processes and involving them in continuous improvement. 1. Personal ownership and commitment to improvement. 2. Competence in using measurement. 3. Competence in problem-solving techniques. 4. First state in empowerment and release of potential. 5. Ensure stage in empowerment and release of potential. 6. Ensure executive comprehension of management leadership education. 7. Define typical executive actions to support their managers' change of behavior. And lastly, eliminate typical executive actions which would hinder progress. As a resultant outcome, there will be committed participating people.
Step 10. Macro processes. Activity to follow. Team leaders manages process design teams re-engineering of key processes. 1. Visioning breakthrough objectives for customer-orientated redesign processes, including defining infotech systems, all procedures, policies and retraining required. 2. Developing implementation plans and appointment of process owners. 3. Establishment of implementation teams. 4. Measured pilot implementation and finally full implementation. The outcome results in detailed implementation plan for new processes. Proceeding to step 11. Process audit and micro-process. Activity at this stage. Sodha.Online leads audit while natural work groups led by supervisors or team leaders meet regularly to improve their own processes. 1. Measured against original criteria and plans. 2. Reported to executives. 3. Mandatory and not financially rewarded. And not least, tend to concentrate on incremental elimination of error and reduction in variation. The winning outcome is the growing partnership of management and employees in continuous improvement. Final step 12. Benchmarking and innovations. Activity includes establishment of continuous benchmarking process and encouragement of voluntary inter-functional groups concentrating on innovation. 1. Managerial technology and technique development. 2. Competitive and market changes. 3. Selected similar characteristics measures. 4. Training team leaders. 5. Voluntary and rewarded. 6. Replaces traditional suggestion systems with teamwork. And not least, no hierarchical boundaries. The quality outcome will be new ideas with released potential of workforce and the world-class leader framed by Sodha.Online.
Sodha.Online e-commerce specialist concept is born out of current needs in burgeoning marketplace. Our vision is to assist every seller with the combination of technology and people. We understand the needs the seller and engage with the seller to solution the challenges in online selling. Sodha.Online is established with an intent to partner with businesses so as become the operating engine for online sellers and helping automating and scaling up their revenues. We are here to bridge the gap between the performance and potential of online seller community. Happy selling.
Feel free to contact us. Visit www.sodha.online or email on sodha.online@outlook.com or directly contact the CEO Mr. Jayesh Sodha on cell number 9699145959. Thank you and good luck for success.